Hey, what's up, everybody? How you guys doing? Welcome back to another episode of Storms Live. Adam, I don't know where he's at. I've been messaging him, haven't got any reply from him. So hopefully he's doing okay. Everything's all right. Hopefully he'll pop in here shortly. Brittany ran into some internet problems, so she won't be here this week either. But she will be using her phone in the chat, so she will be here in a different sense, but she will be here, but not here verbally. Verbally. We got 31 people watching, 12 likes, so let's try to get that thing up to 30 likes. And what else?
Good old faithful is in the house.
Yeah, Danny's good old reliable. Danny's good old reliable. But I do have a substitute here for a little bit. I got Chris here for a little bit. Again, I don't know where Adam is. I messaged him earlier today. I was like, bro, you gonna be here? He's like, I'm gonna be here. So I don't know. Hopefully he's okay, because Adam does have a long history of getting into a lot of problems with his car. No, I do not have an iced coffee. I have some good old fashioned H2O.
I got some watermelon Powerade. It is delicious.
Watermelon Powerade. What else was I missing here? I think that's pretty much it for the whole introduction. So yeah, we got 40 people watching. Let's get over 30 likes. So you guys gotta hit that thumbs up button. And what? No iced coffee? I know, guys. I know, man. Look. I got on the scale today, and I'm literally like 10 pounds away from being my all-time highest again. So I'm like, you know what? I got to make some kind of life changes, and I got to get back up on that horse, do that diet thing again. So, I got to do that. So
you should drink a lot of that cucumber, whatever it was.
Juice. Yeah. I already bought all that shit today. That starts again tomorrow.
I'll tell you what,
and
I've tried the cucumber Gatorade, and that is some swamp water shit.
You should try the real shit, man. That's some extra swamp water shit.
I don't know who made that flavor, but they need to be whipped.
Hey, that shit good for you. I don't know about the Gatorade.
That'd be good for you, but boy, it's good. It's tough going down. Boy, it's tough going down. And I love cucumber. I eat cucumbers like crazy. But the cucumber,
I'm putting Adam on the spot. I'm calling him.
Is
like, hello. Oh, that motherfucking phone shut off. That bitch went straight to voicemail. That motherfucker like, I ain't getting on. I ain't doing shit. Hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he's not like arrested again.
No.
I don't know, man. His girl's family doesn't really like him too much, man. I wouldn't be surprised that hitman finally caught up with him. So hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he's okay. But what's not okay is the fact that we have 43 people watching and only 13 likes. That's not okay. Like, that's far from okay. So we got Chris here.
Chris, you on your phone?
Huh?
That's Chris was on his phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do always do
that sucker looks crystal clear tonight, bro. I mean, it looks boom.
Well, I am using my brand new iPhone. So, wow.
Okay.
iPhones suck.
You're crazy. You are crazy.
I do not support anything Apple. Apple can suck a dick.
I was about to say, I'm not using this one. So.
Apples. I got 2 of them, buddy, and I can just rule the world.
Man, I finally unlocked the thanks button on my channel. I'm so happy about that. I was like, now I can get super chats on regular videos, even if I'm not live. Nobody's done it, but hell, it's a cool feature to have anyway.
Yeah, I did one yesterday on other YouTubers.
Yeah, I was like, man, I'm so glad I fucking unlocked that. I've been trying to unlock that thing forever. So I'm super happy that finally happened. So let's get. So I want to talk some DC stuff and whatnot, but I want to get to Prey. I can't keep waiting for Adam to come. So I just want to talk about Prey right now. We can get a discussion on it. We just talk about like you like it, dislike it. Then we can actually get into the discussion of it. Chris is like, boom, I'm out too. So I did not watch your review.
Okay.
Because I didn't want to know going into tonight's show what you thought. I like to be surprised on what people think. But the floor is yours. Give me your thoughts on it. Give me your rough thoughts on it, and then we can go back and forth on it.
as we all know, those of you that follow me, that I'm a big Predator fan. It's one of my favorite franchises. I was really excited about this because looking at it, it looked very, very good. I will say I went in with very high expectations. Um, did not hate the movie, but it was okay. Um, I don't think it would have done well in the theater. I don't think word.
Did you say you went in with high expectations?
Yeah, very high.
That was your first problem.
I don't think this would make it good. I don't think it would done well in the theaters. I don't think word of mouth would have gotten people to go and see it. Um, to me, the first hour was really slow. But once of course, spreader was involved, it picked up. And like I said, it's a movie. It's good to see when you're at home chilling, and if you're a fan of the Predator, it kind of gives you some backstory and show you a little different things. It kind of tied. I think it tied in this movie and Predator 2 with the gun. That what made me have thoughts of it. It was okay. I'm not gonna say I'm not in love with it, but I don't hate it. I've seen worse. It is not the worst out of the Predator franchise of movies. Definitely not the worst. So I'll watch it again, but I'm glad I didn't pay money to see it, like popcorn concession money and stuff to see it. But it was okay. But just okay.
Well, I'm glad movies are subjective because I disagree with everything you just said. I fucking love this damn movie. This is what I've been waiting fucking 30 years for, people. I've been waiting 30 fucking years for this goddamn movie. All I wanted was Predator to hunt people. That's it. I don't want no stupid spaceships. I don't want them to be on a stupid planet or fight stupid aliens or have a super genetically altered fucking Predator with Olivia Munn in there, some little kid and shit. I wanted Predator hunting people. That's it. It gave it to me. It was awesome. The movie was fucking great.
I don't think he was hunting people. I think he tripped up and found them because he's after them damn animals at first.
He went to Earth to hunt the biggest prey in Earth. And then when he found out that there was people out there, he like they could be a worthy challenge. And then he started hunting them. And then of course, what happens in Predator movies, the humans hunt back. I loved this movie. Now the only thing was, I don't think it would have done good in theaters because every Predator movie since the first one have all sucked. So people are like, man, I'm not gonna go see another goddamn Predator movie.
I disagree with you about that. Danny
Glover. I don't. That's up for some opinion, but I'm going by box office numbers. And according to the box office numbers and the Rotten Tomatoes scores, every Predator movie since the first one has fucking sucked donkey nuts. Yeah, and there's a reason why. There's a reason why 20th Century Fox and Disney is like, we're gonna put this on Hulu because these movies are all. It's like the Halloween franchise, right? You get a good one, then they all fucking suck for like the next 5, and then you get a good one. So finally, they were like, well, we're gonna put this movie on Hulu because we don't think we're gonna make any money from it because we bastardized the franchise. Like, how many times have we talked about movie franchise that have just been completely bastardized? Like all the damn time. Like look at Jurassic Park. Look what they bastardized that damn franchise. And then like Predator has been so fucking torn to shreds. Terminator's another one. Terminator and Predator is kind of in the same boat where just fucking have a Terminator hunt the motherfucker. That's all you need. He is the Terminator. Have Predator but here's the thing. Because of the bad previous movies and diminishing returns on those shitty movies, this movie would have had to fight a really hard battle to make a lot of money. But there's so much word of mouth, so much positive word of mouth that I believe the movie would have been successful. And I do believe they're going to greenlight it. I guarantee you, within the next week or two, we will hear about a Prey 2 getting greenlit, and it will be theatrical. I love the movie. Gave me everything I want. I'm not going to say it's the best Predator movie. I still think the first one is the best. But this is my second favorite one. They went back to basics, hunting fools. All right, Chris, you go ahead and tell me what you think, and then I'm going to get to the super chats after you, and then we can discuss it.
All right, I love the franchise. I even though there are bad films in this franchise that I actually like. I mean, I'm one of my guilty pleasures is Alien versus Predator, the first one. You know, there's something about that one I like. Well, this one is a great movie. I love this fucking movie. Probably in my top 5 of the year, definitely.
Yeah, it's in my top 5 of the year,
for sure. But I agree. I feel though it would have done a little something in the theaters, only because of the fact of we have nothing until fucking October, nothing. Yeah. So it would have had time to make money and make good amount of money. But yes, I agree that they're going to green light it. Sequel here soon. The only problems I seen with it was there was some bad CGI in it at certain points. But the thing is, they made him, a primal predator. He was hunting, anything that he could fucking hunt, and he kept going after the ones that were hunting something else.
Yeah.
That's when, like you said, he realizes the humans are the better one, because I like the fact that when he fought the bear fucking gave him fucking trouble and shit at first.
Yeah.
It showed a lot of that, and it was awesome. The girl that plays in it, she was a great actress. I loved her as that actress. She was beautiful. Plus, just I didn't get the wokeness or anything. And
no, I had that one line. That was it.
And the thing was, I was so against this movie when it was first announced. I was like, "This really? They're going back to when they're fighting fucking Indians?" That's my initial thoughts on the movie. And then the fact that I was like, "Well, they're going full woke too, because they're making a girl a woman basically the character." I was like, "Oh, they're doing the checklist now and everything." But I didn't get that feeling when I watched this movie, and that's why. You get that initial impression when you first read about something, but until you watch it, that's when you're like, okay, well, that ain't what I got. Unlike Terminator Dark Fate, where you've seen they check the fucking boxes. When you watch the movie, you see it. So I loved Prey. Thought it was a great movie. Like I said, when in my top 5, it definitely.
Oh, they getting his ass.
That is karma, because there's something in the water and water y'all drinking. This movie was great.
Well, how could we I mean, you're entitled to your opinion.
I'm just saying.
No one's saying you're wrong with your opinion. I'm just saying.
I'm not. I'm just saying I don't think it's great. That's all I'm saying.
Well, you like the Venom movies. I don't say that you're wrong for liking them. I think they're a piece of shit.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I just say I disagree with the word great. That is all that I said.
I mean, you look at this and 93 critic score, 81 audience score. Then you look at Predators.
But that goes back to what we said, Rob. You use Rotten Tomatoes when it benefits your argument.
I use Rotten Tomatoes on everything. On my channel, you can go back and look. I use my Rotten Tomatoes on every argument. Okay. In every argument. I never criticized Rotten Tomatoes and said Rotten Tomatoes is full of shit. Rotten Tomatoes is a thermometer to kind of test the water on what the public is thinking and what the critics are thinking.
I never said it was full of shit either. All I'm saying is that we as YouTubers use Rotten Tomatoes sometimes to help benefit our argument or help discredit our argument. That is all that I'm saying.
I fucking love the movie because after 3 decades of fucking shit, we finally got a movie that was fucking good. The cinematography was fucking great. Yeah, there was some CGI there that I was kind of like, yeah, but man, it was such a good story. It was such a good story.
For me, a movie is good or great by is it going to be one that I will go back and rewatch?
Yeah.
Because I feel I will go back and watch this one. The last one that came out, I have yet to watch it again since I watched it in theaters. And I went to the theater to watch that.
Which one was that?
The Predator.
Oh, you mean this one has got 33% across the board?
And I if you watch my video, I will say that was not a good movie. The only 3 that I like, and I put this in my 4th one out of the 7 movies they made. Number 1 is Arnold Schwarzenegger. Number 2 is Danny Glover. Number 3 is Adrien Brody.
Alien what?
Brody,
the Predators.
Predators, right?
Yeah, but that name of the actor was Brody. Can't think of his first name.
Adrien Brody, yeah.
Adrien Brody, and then this is my 4th one.
And see, I like Predators too, because to me, when I watched that one, they took it back to what the original was as well. It's just different because it was on a different planet.
Mm-hmm. It was a different story.
Yeah.
I like the stories in all four of these movies were compelling. This story was compelling to me, just far as the action. It was a little slow for me in the first hour, but once the Predator, we actually saw it, and the Predator was a more dominant party in the movie, then it picked up. And like I said, I liked the movie. It was okay. I'm not saying it's great. Excuse me, it's okay. And I don't think, and like I was saying, like I said earlier, I don't think it would have done well in the theater. Will we see a Prey 2? We probably will. I didn't see, I agree with you. I didn't see the wokeness with the female. I didn't mind that at all. I think her and her brother got up with her brother. I think his name was Dakota Beavers. I think he and her had very good chemistry. I like the back and forth they did. But it was just a little. It wasn't as good as the first one to me. And I know this Predator was more primal, like y'all said. He had the tracking system, but he wasn't as technologically advanced as the other Predators. And to me, because I'm used to seeing the shoulder gun. I'm just saying. So.
Let me get to these super chats real quick.
Hold on.
G Major threw in a $5 super chat. I appreciate that, buddy. What up, though? What up, though, man? I enjoyed it. More of a prehistoric Predator. I like that. I like the fact that, well, you got to remember, I mean, it is 300 years or so before the original. Bahal Erickson threw in a $2 super chat. Haters getting trigger over it is hilarious. I don't know what you mean by that, but thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Anyway, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that.
I'm only seeing one super chat. Yeah, I gave it a C minus.
Fucking there.
I give it a if I'm giving it a score, I'm giving it a solid 9. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. What's up, Chris?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. A little choppy, but we can hear you.
Okay. Because I was asking questions, nobody was responding to me, so
we couldn't hear you at first, and you went off, and then now you back on. We can hear you.
Yeah, the internet.
I hear you now.
All right, so Danny, question: do you like Dances with Wolves?
It was okay.
Okay, so you don't like Indian people.
I got no.
You didn't like the beginning of the movie, and it was all Indian based basically, and you.
I got nothing against no people. I'm just saying that. I know you are, but you know, a lot of movies you see now, they start off with all this action and stuff, and maybe it got me a little.
That's what you kind of
used to,
hoping for, I guess.
And I don't mind it being a little slow, but I mean, I counted. It was like, if I'm not mistaken, movie like an hour and 45 minutes. Was it something like that at the time?
I don't know. I didn't look at the runtime.
Hour and 50.
At least to me, like at least the first 45 minutes. I mean, it was set up the story and stuff, but it was just a little slower than what I'm accustomed to seeing movies now. But like I said, once we saw the Predator, the main thing with the snake and stuff, and then the engagement with the bear
is exactly like
that
too.
Yeah.
But
you don't see him until like halfway through the fucking movie, really.
You're right, but then they did have a little action going on there. You know, Arnold Schwarzenegger commands a certain a little bit charisma, and his all his co-hosts, him, Jesse Ventura, Carl Weathers, all those guys, the interaction between those. The story is a little bit more just interesting to me because I've never seen these actors and actresses before. I mean, like I said, I'm not going to sit here and say I hate it. I'm just saying that it was okay. I've seen much better in Predator, and I've seen a whole lot worse. This is right here in the middle. So, like I said, I'll watch it again. I wouldn't go to the theater to watch, but I'm going to watch it again on Hulu.
I'll tell you what, if they announce that shit going to theater next week, my ass will be there next weekend. I'll tell you that.
I wish it would have went to theaters.
Yeah, so do I.
Love watch it in theaters.
Fuck yeah, man.
I watched it back here in my den, and with the whole surround sound, it was like being in a damn theater watching it. So,
man, I loved it, especially the beginning. Was there no action beginning? Yeah, there was no action at the beginning, but there was character development. And that's why you care about the character at the end, because you see her struggle. She sees what she's going through. You see how she's treated within her tribe and her hunting techniques. And you grow with the character. You see how she evolves and how she hunts and how that way it's more believable when she starts to actually take down this thing, because you're with her and you see how she hunts and how she's smart and how she figures things out. Like they spent like 15 minutes of her just stuck in a mud pit, right? But that mud pit comes in again at the end of the movie, which makes it more important. So all the slow parts of the movie build up the character development and the story and the plot on how to make this thing believable when it happens at the end. Look, everybody can tell their own opinion. I fucking love the movie. It's my number 2 favorite Predator movie. Like I'm just waiting for Terminator to do some shit now.
Even over 2?
What's that? Yeah, even over 2. Even over 2. I was never a fan of 2 when I first seen it in the beginning. When it first came out, it was like back when I was a kid, all we had was Predator 1 and Predator 2. So there wasn't really a whole lot to choose from. But I always picked Predator 1 over Predator 2. I was just like, why is he in a fucking city like this? Like, what, you know? So yeah, I definitely picked this one over the second one. We got a super chat coming in. I got to scroll to get to it, from Mason Clark, and he says, $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much. Why is Adam not on the show? Because I don't know. He's not answering. No, he didn't say that. Hi, I'm Chris Hansen, and you're watching To Catch a Predator. Oh wait, wrong Predator. Sorry. I think Adam would have caught that joke. I don't get it. I don't know who Chris Hansen is.
They used to have the whole How to Catch a Predator, basically, where these guys would come looking for minor girls.
Oh, like R. Kelly?
Catch them on video and stuff like that.
Yeah, I didn't care for the second one all that much. I mean, I mean it's better than the garbage they gave us for the past 30 years, but you know, and the reason why if it was someone other than Danny Glover, then I probably wouldn't even like it that much. I just like Danny Glover, so
Jerry Busey in there, lions, tigers, bears. Oh my, Gary Busey was funny in there to me.
I'm not a big Gary Busey fan.
That one too, you know, he plays almost the kind of the same role he did in Aliens in that one.
Yeah. We got
what I would have done though? At the end, I was like, okay, she took the Predator's head. Why the fuck did she take them weapons and that stuff and use it? Because that's what I would have done. I would have took that helmet and that damn spear gun he had, and that would have been...
I mean, they might have went back and got that stuff afterward. No. I mean, she was probably just like, she couldn't carry all of that much shit. So she's like, I'm going to carry the head, prove I killed the motherfucker. And then maybe the next day she'd be like, all right, I'm going to go grab that shit.
You know what? They kind of threw us a little switch and bait, because when she got in that mud, I said, oh, hell.
That's what I thought, too.
I said, that's what's going to cover her. But them damn flowers did the shit.
Also, too. Yeah, I was thinking the mud was going to cover her.
Well, when she fell in the mud, I was like, oh, this is going to set up the end. She's going to go back to the mud and cover her body. They bring up the pit again at the end, but not for that. And I was like, oh, I think that was sort of like a bait and switch. I think that everybody thought that, you know.
Because then she found the flowers.
Yeah.
Could bring your body temperature down.
Like, and I didn't catch that at first, because when the guy had the cut leg, she popped the flowers in. And when the Predator came by, I'm like, how come that dude's body isn't red in his radar?
Yeah, but
and
then
I put two. Yeah.
Remember when she first gave him the flowers and they said, that's too much.
Yeah.
He said, I'm cold. And he said, if you cover him up, it would kill him or something. So, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't catch that at first. And I was like,
if he's warm, he'll bleed out. Yeah.
Yo, look, guys, I tried to watch The Gray Man, and I couldn't, man. I could not.
What?
I put that movie on. 10 minutes later, I was like, click. That's what I like about not paying to go to the movies to see some shit. If I don't like it, I can just click it off. I was like, I'm watching it. I'm like, All right, Ryan Gosling. Okay, he fights the guy from Batman v Superman. He kills him, steals his necklace. All right, Anna Dia Amara, she's fucking hot. Okay, what else we got? You know what? I watched Bourne Ultimatum already. I think I'll just go watch that again. And that's pretty much what I did. I was like, I already seen all the Bourne movies. I don't need to see a ripoff version of one.
I've never watched one of them.
What, the Bourne movies?
I watched one.
Here's the thing: the Bourne movies are good. But every Bourne movie is the same fucking plot. All of them. It's the same. They just recycle the same plot for all four movies.
I didn't like the Jeremy Renner Bourne. It was.
Oh, that yeah. I don't count that one in the list.
But Matt Damon, sucker is hell. He is hell.
Rome threw a $5 super chat. What's up, Rome? I love Prey as well. I gave it a 9 out of 10, just like Rob. Yeah, love the story and the careness to the characters. Yes, exactly. I agree, man. I give it a 9 out of 10 as well, man. I absolutely love the movie. Really enjoyed it. But yeah, Matt Damon as Jason Bourne is really awesome. But the problem is, like, after the first one, they just kind of repeat the same shit over and over again.
I often said, who would win between him, the Equalizer, Hitman, and John Wick? That would be a hell of a fight.
I never seen Equalizer. But nah. I think John Wick could beat Jason Bourne. I think Jason Bourne is more of a tough brawler, where John Wick, he can pretty much use anything to his advantage. Like he killed people with a horse and a book and a horse. Like I'm just giving it to John Wick, you know. Although the trailer for John Wick 4 did not look that impressive, so I think it's time they cancel these movies. I don't know what it is about Hollywood, but when they find something, they just run that shit to the fucking ground.
Dude.
Oh
so
my
we
god.
DC shit.
Yeah, let's talk about the DC shit. I read a wonderful article today. Right before Storms Live, I was reading an article that apparently Walter Hamada is so upset about the Batgirl situation that he has told the board that he wants to step down. And I'm saying, like, who the fuck wants you anyway? You greenlit a Super Pets movie. You were okay with a Wonder Twins movie. But like, dude, don't let that door hit you in the ass on the way out, bro. Like, seriously.
He's been in charge of it for so long now, and what have we gotten out of it since he's been in charge? We have gotten nothing but shit because he took over like in 2017 maybe, I think.
He took over like a year after Zack Snyder left.
Yeah,
that was...
And what have we gotten? Wonder Woman 84, Birds of Prey.
Wonder Woman 84 was awful. Oh
I think Wonder Woman 84 is probably the worst movie out of
that. That ruined my Christmas. I'm telling you, I had to go work. I bust ass, went and knock out the work real fast, come back, and first 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be all right. And then the next hour and 30 minutes, I was like, what is this?
Dude, I was drunk and high, and I still didn't like that movie.
The only thing I took about that movie that I liked was Christina Wig. That was I liked all scenes with her in it as a character.
And the funny thing was, she was the one I was most worried about going in. Yeah, I was like, how's she gonna do a cheetah?
When we saw a full cheetah, I was like, that fight was underwhelming.
A lot of that shit was just underwhelming. Didn't
last long enough. No.
Yeah. So the whole DC thing. Here's the thing. I have a lot of people that are confused because people are saying all kinds of weird shit about why they canceled Batgirl. Oh, they canceled Batgirl just so they can get a tax write-off. Oh, they canceled Batgirl because of this. Because of that. Look, they canceled Batgirl because the movie sucked, people. They came out, the new head of Warner Brothers, David Zaslav, came out and said, look, DC is our most important IP over here at Warner Brothers. We need to start treating it with more respect. We need a 10-year plan. They brought in Alan Horn, which helped shape the MCU over at Disney. Alan Horn works for Warner Brothers now. He went and got him out of retirement. And he said in the the shareholders meeting, he said that we are going to focus on Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. Not no goddamn Wonder Twins, no goddamn Batgirl, no like no man, like you have the best characters of all time, and you're gonna do a Batgirl movie, right?
Batgirl should be a spin-off of the Batman movie, or should be introduced in one of his movies, not her own standalone movie.
Yeah, and they were
and
like,
same with
no.
Supergirl. You need to spin off of Man of Steel 2 or something like that, but she shouldn't have her own standalone.
My thing is I'm wanting to see where they're wanting to go with this, because here's the problem. You still got this Joker 2 lit, so you're going to have a separate Joker going on. Your Batman did good, the one with Robert Pattinson. So therefore, you got that successful, and you're wanting to do a sequel to that, okay? But how are you going to have that? Because it was a totally different tone and everything with that Batman. To have it, you don't want that to mix with your Superman. So it's like, and then you're wanting to, you got Ben Affleck coming back for Aquaman 2, supposedly. It's just like, I don't know where they're going. And I just read earlier today, too, where they're actually reworking the end of the Flash movie.
Yes. Yeah.
They're redoing it. I guess they're 10 years.
I have my theories on that. I truly believe, because you look at it, right? Michael Keaton was supposed to come in the Flash movie, right? The Batgirl movies takes place after the Flash movie, which Michael Keaton was supposed to be in. I honestly believe Ben Affleck was going to die in the Flash movie because he was supposed to be in it. And then Michael Keaton would be the Batman in that universe now, and he would be training Batgirl in the Batgirl movie. Well, now that they canned that shit, and Flash got pushed back a year later, they're like, well, let's bring Ben Affleck back. And David Zaslav, he's been listening to the fans. He's been listening to the feedback and all, because he's not an idiot like these other people at Warner Brothers. Like he came out and said, like, you guys are idiots. He fired a bunch of people, like, y'all a bunch of fucking morons, you know? And one thing I want to clear up too, people are like, I can't believe they canceled Batgirl, but Ezra Miller gets to keep his Flash movie. Well, first of all, people, if you guys are smart, one, Batgirl cost $70 million, Flash cost $250 million, and secondly, they're not doing it to reward Ezra Miller. They're doing it because the feedback says it's a good movie. So it's easy to put that movie out there and just recast Ezra afterwards, rather than put out another shitty ass DC movie and ruin the brand even more. They're trying to salvage the brand. Meanwhile, you have idiots behind the scenes like Walter Hamada that wants to continue this stupid ass trend. And what I don't understand the fans. Because 1 minute the fans are like, I can't believe they put this shit out. This shit sucks. Wonder Woman 84 should have never came out. Then when they cancel a movie, they're like, oh, I can't believe they canceled it. They should have put it out. What the fuck do you guys want? Do you want them to put shitty movies out, or do you want them not to put shitty movies out?
They want the shit to be brought out. And then when they get it, oh, I'm not happy with it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to cry about it and attack the actors and attack the director and all that other dumb shit. But then now they're attacking them because they canceled the shit, because now they don't get to see it. It'll be just like the Fantastic Four from the 90s.
Yeah. We'll the Roger Corman.
Batgirl 10 years down the road.
Yeah, we'll get the bootleg version.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And then you have the idiots over at Geeks and Gamers. Batgirl canceled because it was woke. Motherfuckers, ain't nobody watched the movie. How the fuck do you know it's woke? Only test audience watched it, and they said the movie wasn't good. So you have a group of idiots that are accusing it of being woke. That's why it's canceled. Then you got another group of idiots that complain, don't release shit, but then they want them to release shit. It's like, man, dude, fans are stupid. I'm just saying.
I think I think it's going to be they're seeing how Black Adam does. They're going to see how Shazam does. They're going to see how Aquaman and does. Then I think that's when you'll start hearing a little bit of that 10-year plan, because they need to, how it's going to react. But be honest with me, guys. I want to hear your guys' opinion on it. With the situation with Ezra Miller, the guy who's playing the Flash, are you going to pay your money to go support that? If they stick to what they got right now and keep him there, I'm sorry.
But I'm not going to see.
I don't want to go support it, and I'm a Flash fan, but I don't want to support that.
Well, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, and this is what I don't get with the statement that you said. One, you're not supporting him. He already got paid. So whatever it makes at the box office, he's not seeing that money because he already got his money. So whether you see the movie or not, motherfucker already got paid. Two, I'm pretty sure they already fired his ass. He would not be the Flash again after this movie.
No.
And secondly, if it's a movie that I want to see, I'm not gonna let some douchebag who fucks shit up stop me from seeing the movie. If the movie comes out and it looks good, if the trailer looks good, I'm gonna see it. You know? I'm like, hey, you know, it looks good. I'm gonna go see the movie. I don't like him. I used to respect him. I don't respect him as an actor anymore. I won't go see any of his. Like, if this was an independent film, I wouldn't go see it. I would be like, no, I'm not gonna go see it. But it's part of the DC universe, and it's gonna be important moving forward. So I want to see it for that. But you're not supporting him because he already got paid. You're supporting the brand, if anything else. But I will say this also. We know because we researched this shit. 90% of the people that go see this movie have no idea what that kid's real name is or what he does in his real life. You know, like the average schmo on the street doesn't know who Ezra Miller is. They're like, oh, he's the new Flash. They don't know what the fuck he's doing. You know.
But I can see what Chris is saying. It's kind of hard if you don't like somebody and you do know the history of it to sit there and cheer for him, even if it's an IP that you like. Like you said, Rob, I am going to go see it. But I think what I would do if I was them, I would, like Chris said earlier, I'm going to echo that. I will wait and see how the Black Adam's going to do, how the Shazam's going to do. And I believe, and I could be wrong, that if Black Adam does well, that's going to give Dwayne Johnson a little bit more power or influence to say, look, we need to pull Henry Cavill back in here. We need to do this Superman versus Black Adam versus Shazam thing. I think Ben Affleck could come back, and if it was me, I would just throw a ton of cash at Zack Snyder and say, hey, Mr. Snyder, we were wrong. We need you to come back. Hey, you need to do it, bro.
I will tell you this.
I want that fucking Zack Snyder shit to fucking stop.
I will tell you this. Zack Snyder is not coming back, and David Zaslav is not bringing Zack Snyder back. That is a pipe dream that's never going to happen. Because you guys got to look at it. His movies weren't doing good. That's the reason why they got rid of him in the first place. We love Henry Cavill, right? BVS, the ultimate cut, is good. Yes, the Snyder cut of Justice League is better than the theatrical cut. But just because, I mean, the box office were going down with his movies. The critics' review and the fan reviews were going down with his movies. But so the people that are like, we want Zack Snyder back, God, they got rid of him for a reason. Plus, they're going in a completely different direction with what they're putting a 10-year plan together, and they're gonna get someone like Kevin Feige, and they're doing everything that Alan Horn did to the MCU. You cannot bring someone like Zack Snyder in because, one, the motherfucker don't know how to make a movie 2 hours. Everything's got to be fucking 3 to 4 hours long. And two, he's the type of guy that wants creative control over everything.
Yeah.
And there's no reason why those nightmare scenes and all that bullshit was in BVS. If he would have just made a movie, BVS, and not had all this extra shit, then he probably would have got received better, but it didn't. And there's no way David Zaslav is going to bring in
too much shit in that Batman versus Superman movie to begin with. I mean, come on, you got Wonder Woman, you got Doomsday, you got so much other shit going on.
I want to show you guys something real quick. I got a question for both of you guys. Did either of you guys see Super Pets?
Hell no.
I heard it was good though.
So I don't have no plans on seeing it, but I want to show you something, especially Danny. So here,
is it that end scene or something?
Yeah, there was the end credit scene.
I watched it on YouTube.
Did you see it, Danny?
I didn't.
All right, here it goes.
Superman.
Black Adam.
So, hello guys, welcome to VV's.
I don't know what that part was. But at the end of Super Pets, Superman is out there with Krypto and Black Adam shows up and they're face to face. So you can take that any way you want, I'm just saying, I don't see why they would put that in there for no reason.
Yeah, they need to bring Henry Cavill back. I don't know whether they piss him off or whether he said fuck it, whatever. I think if you give enough money, enough incentives, piece of the merchandise and whatever, I think he would be and sign him up to a good contract. Hey, you're gonna sign up for the next 3 to 4 movies.
I don't know
That's
the
what I
whole
would do.
story that's going on with that, but I watched the interview with The Rock at Comic-Con, and he said, what's the chances of Henry Cavill come back as Superman? And his exact words were, I don't know his exact words, but I'm paraphrasing. He said something about, he's like, Henry's a good guy. I'm really pulling for him. I want him to come out on top. The way he phrased that made it sound like Warner Brothers don't want nothing to do with Henry Cavill. And I'm not talking about like David Zaslav. I'm talking about like the old one, Warner Brothers. I mean, let's not forget, they wanted to do a Supergirl movie instead of having him come back.
Yeah, they were focusing on Supergirl and
Batgirl. Like you said, they were idiots.
Yeah,
that was their plan.
Yeah, I think David Zaslav is gonna I honestly think he's going to do something, So I don't know. I'm curious. I'm hoping they do. I'm really do because the last people, man, they were fucking idiots.
That
man.
guy you said that came from MCU,
Disney.
What was his name? Was Horn?
Alan Horn, yeah.
Alan Horn. I think if they listen to him and if he has anything to do with killing this Batgirl movie, and if they listen to him, I think he will steer them in a direction that's going to be more towards Henry Cavill than away from Henry Cavill. I can't put money on that, but if they listen to him and he can show them that look, I was a part of the success that MCU made, and I can do the same thing over here. You just got to trust me and let me do it. I think we'll see Henry Cavill back in Superman suit again.
I think that's the reason why they brought Alan Horn in, was because David Zaslav came in, and he's not like those other executives. They're like, yeah, I'm smarter than everybody. He came in, he's like, look, man, I need to get the smartest person. It's like, who's the smartest person? And Alan Horn was retired. He pulled Alan Horn out of retirement, hired him, and he said in the shareholder meeting, DC is our most important property. We are going to make sure that these movies are good, and they're no longer looked at as second-rate movies compared to MCU. And then you got someone like Alan Horn, who helped shape Kevin Feige in the right direction with the MCU. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kevin Feige started it with Iron Man, but it wasn't until Alan Horn and Disney kind of, molded it into what it is. It was like those two. And
John Favreau.
And John Favreau helped pioneer it too. Yeah. But a lot of the rumor is that Kevin Feige might be jumping ship here soon when his contract's up.
Because Right now they got that window because Gal Gadot, Henry Cavill, Jason Momoa, Ben Affleck, they're all pretty. They can do that another 10 years, I think. They're young enough to do it.
Yeah,
but they gotta start soon, because if not, then they're gonna get that age window that we all talk about, and they're not gonna be able to do it.
Yeah. And dude, one thing that they've done I don't agree with. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking with this damn Joker 2 movie, man.
Yeah, the fact that they're going.
If it was me, I would put Robert Pattinson Batman and that Joker together. I would not let them even sniff DCU universe. I think they could do a little Elseworld story with that and still have their own little thing going over there, kind of like playing both sides of the fence. But I would not intermix Ben Affleck and Robert Pattinson Batman, because they just truly told it. One is more fantastical, one is more real life based. Yeah, and I don't think them two can mix. And the Joker that we've seen is more comic book, and then the Joaquin Phoenix is more real life based. So they should keep those separate. I would put that Joker versus the real life Batman, not Ben Affleck, but Robert Pattinson Batman. That's what I would do. I would not even.
I just don't know why they just didn't leave it alone. Like, that movie told a story about mental health. And it was an indie film. It was an artsy film. Leave it at that. Don't do a sequel, Yeah, I don't like the idea.
Because I think eventually, if they're going to do another Batman, Robert Pattinson Batman, they're going to have to incorporate one of his rose value. They already did the Joker. I wouldn't do that particular Joker. I like the Joaquin Phoenix more.
Yeah, but
So-
even the Joaquin Phoenix Joker don't fit in the Robert Pattinson's universe because the Robert Pattinson universe is still comic booky enough to where the Joaquin Phoenix Joker, dude, he just seems like a normal guy who's fucked up. He doesn't seem like, you know. And then the sequel is gonna be a musical with Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn, and I don't have a problem with the premise. Right, I really don't have a problem with the premise. I can kind of see where like everything's in his head and he's acting stupid and stuff. But I just not every movie needs a sequel though.
No,
That's the thing.
That's true, but it's kind of hard to when you do something that's successful. You kind of want.
I know.
Maybe I could do it again. Maybe I can do it.
Oh, you're talking to the guy who did Black Panther videos every day for like 3 months. Trust me. I know. I got it. But man, I really wish they didn't do it, man. I wish they would just left well enough alone. Sort of like Jaws, right? The first Jaws was amazing. Then they did more Jaws movies, and they just got worse as they went.
well, like you said, it's like something successful. They run that bitch into the ground.
Yeah. How long do you think it's going to be until we get a confirmation that they're going to do Terminator and it's going to go back to basics like Predator? Right, like I guarantee.
I don't want to see another Terminator. I mean,
I still ain't watched the last one.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
I haven't watched the last 2 or 3 of them.
If they probably got The Rock to play the Terminator,
That's what they should have done a couple years ago.
yes,
they should have made him the new fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger instead
that's
of
basically what he is.
instead of doing the reboot or not. Well, they had Jenny Smith, Terminator Jenny Smith, which was like a reboot sort of.
The guy that played Ghost Rider was the last Terminator?
Yeah. I like the premise of that. That's fine.
Think about it. The last 2 fucking Terminators. What was the fucking problem with them? They fuck up John Connor both times.
Yeah.
So that's why people don't like those movies.
Yeah.
But you know, those franchises are in a hell of a conundrum. And I'm going to say this because if they start doing old stuff, the people are going to say, well, they're not creative enough to do something new. Then when they do the new stuff, then they complain that it's too over the top and you should leave well enough alone. So they kind of damn if you do, damn if you don't. If you don't come up with something totally crazy and off and out of this world, they're going to be critics and be like, well, it's not as good as the first one because it's da-da-da-da-da. Or they can't have new stories. They're doing the same thing over. That's the same thing.
No, I agree with you 100%. 100%. You're right. If they keep copying the same formula, they're like, oh man, they just keep doing the same shit over and over again. And they do something new, you're like, oh man, I like the original. You know what the best thing to solve that is? Come up with a fucking new IP. Stop using the same shit. Like Jesus.
The best they do with it. I own this motherfucker. I'm gonna use it like I want to, and if you don't like it, then here's 2 fingers.
And that's why the last 2 movies burned. Marvin the Martian doing a $2 super chat. He's flicking me off. He says, "Does Black Panther 2 take place during the blip?" No, it does not, because Shuri was dusted and she's in the movie. So no.
Just after the blip.
He comes back after the blip because he comes back in Endgame.
Yeah. So no, it does not take place during the blip. There's a lot of people that believe that, and no, it's not, because it's just not, guys. It's just not. And I'm still pissed off that they're not called Atlanteans.
What are they called?
They're called like T'Challa. No, not T'Challas. That's not T'Challa. They're called like Tatikians, or it starts with like, I don't know, man. It's a weird ass fucking language. I'm like,
I don't know how they did that. I mean, I've heard of cherry picking. I've heard changing some of the narrative a little bit, but they went totally south.
Yeah, they're like, well, we don't want to like make any confusing with Aquaman. Like, man, fuck that bitch, man.
We don't confuse them. We got 4 or 5 different Batmans. What's more confusing?
Exactly right. There's like 5 different Batmans going on, and these motherfuckers worried about copying Atlanteans.
How did I get Onzo money?
Onzo money.
Canadian money.
Canadian.
I just have to look over. I was like, wait,
I can't believe you have actual physical money. I can't even tell you the last time I had actual physical money. Like, all my shit's digital, man. What time is this shit? We still got 10 minutes. We good. I still don't know what happened to Adam. I hope he's okay. I messaged him on Facebook, text him, everything. We got a super chat coming in from from Jake, and he says, $2 super chat. Thank you so much. Part of me wants. What the fuck does that say?
A tumor.
A tumor matata. What's a tumor? I'm gonna look it up.
I think it's about a movie or something, ain't
it? When he says a tumor, I just think of Arnold Schwarzenegger, a kindergarten cop that says it's not a tumor. Tumor. Okay, a tumor. He is a supervillain appearing in American comic books published by Marvel Comics. He's an Atlantean nomadic warlord who is usually depicted as he's an Atlantean warlord. So yeah, I mean,
no,
I don't know who the fuck he is.
He's an Aquaman not Aquaman, but Namor baddie must be.
Yeah. Well, depending on how Namor does in this movie, he might end up getting his own movie.
Yeah.
I can see the end scene credit being Dr. Doom sitting in his throne on Latavia and
so do I.
I got these fools or some shit like that.
I wouldn't be surprised if fucking Dr. Doom is the one that got those two fucking fighting. Like he did something and made those two motherfuckers fight.
I feel they got to do something in this movie since it's the end of the fucking phase.
Yeah.
That we either had to get something big in the end credit scene or at the end of the movie, something to push it forward into that next phase. Because phase 5 starts off with Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Which gives us Kang. So I feel they got to push something.
I'm just not excited about Ant-Man. Maybe Kang will make it better.
I'm with you.
But
That
particular superhero never really got at me. Like, I'm gonna watch it because I need to watch it because it's part of the story. But
did you watch the clip of the trailer for Ant-Man that they played?
I saw.
I didn't.
Like I said, Kang, I'm excited here because what he brought to Loki, and I was like, damn, that could be pretty interesting. And of course, he's a descendant of the Fantastic Four, Reed Richards. So I'm going to see how they're going to tie that in together because that's going to be pretty interesting too. The fact that Fantastic Four is beginning of Phase 5, and then I really want to see the Avengers. What is it? The Kang Dynasty.
The Kang Dynasty, yeah.
And then Avengers, the Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure if those are bookends of Phase 5, I'm pretty sure the Fantastic Four is going to have to some way tie into the Kang Dynasty. So I'm interested in seeing how they're going to navigate that.
Jake threw in a $5 super chat. He says, speaking of Aquaman, has anyone seen League of Super Pets? No, I haven't seen it because I'm a grown-ass man and I don't want to see a cartoon about a bunch of talking pets.
I don't watch cartoons.
I mean, I watch cartoons. Don't get me wrong. I shit you not. I've been watching a shitload of anime lately.
I'm about to say, I still have not watched Masters of the Universe Revelations Part 2.
Oh, you crazy.
Or the rest of the He-Man, the other He-Man one.
I watched both of those, man. Have you seen that Dragon Ball clip I sent you?
Yeah, Legends. Yeah, that shit's fucking dope.
What's the one that's Dragon Ball and got the HF? What is that? And it tells like different stories, like Goku's a god of war, and he's fighting different people and all that.
I have no idea what that is. I never heard of that.
It's a bunch of it, man. I thought I sent you several of those clips.
Maybe you have. If it's what I'm thinking it is, I think those are just like little mini alt stories. Matt1306 threw a $5 super chat. Could have a scene during the blip. Could have a scene during the blip in Black Panther 2 showing how Wakanda was during that time, which would give context to the queen line of her family is gone.
That's possible.
I could, but I don't see that though.
That they could also have it where what's her name was pregnant with his baby during that time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Now 5 years older.
Yeah. I think in this movie we're gonna see his son as a toddler. And then I don't think we're going to see nothing from Wakanda. All of Phase 5. Then Phase 6, we'll see Wakanda. And I bet you he'll be older and be ready to take the mantle.
Man, all they got to do is like Days of Our Lives or Creed this shit up, where some random kid just shows up and like, T'Challa was my son, I'm his bastard, and like, boom, there we go. The bastard's taking the throne. It's just like Game of Thrones, man. It'll be crazy. Jake threw in a super chat. Isn't Kang dead from the end of Loki? That is a version of Kang. That isn't Kang himself.
There's several versions of Kang.
Yeah.
Like you see the several versions of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing applies with Kang. Many different versions of it.
Yeah.
Poetic Gangster threw in a $5 super chat. Thank you, sir. Seen a video on all the characters in Wakanda Forever, and I got a bad feeling and still feel it was a fail to kill off T'Challa because his story wasn't done. Well, here's the thing. You remember how me and Danny usually talk and we kind of debate, like, you know, is a 2-hour movie too long or is a 90-minute movie too short? And we're like, hey, you know what me and Danny always says? We won't know until we go see the movie. If we go see it, we're like, yeah, this thing is a little too long, or man, this is way. Remember, you said it about Venom too. Like, man, 90 minutes might not be long enough. And then you walk down, you're like, hey, I liked it. You know, it was like the perfect length. We don't know if killing T'Challa off in the movie was a good move or not until we actually see the movie.
Yeah. I can tell you, the time limit for this Prey was perfect.
Yeah,
it was a good time.
Wasn't too long, wasn't too short.
I want to see more movies.
I guess.
Snyder Cut?
Snyder Cut, even the Batman.
Yeah, as much as I love the Batman, it was way too long. I can think of a lot of stuff.
I think the ending was a little anticlimactic. But other than that, I don't think it was too long.
They could have cut the Joker scene out with Joker and Riddler. They could have cut that out.
Few scenes that they could have.
Yeah, there was quite a few things they could have cut out of that movie.
But then what would they leave you wanting more? Usually the scene credits kind of make you peak for another one. The Joker was like, damn, will we see Joker in another one? Or
but the Joker scene was in the movie. It wasn't in the end credits.
I thought it was the end credit.
No, it was after he captured
Riddler.
The Riddler. When Riddler was in Arkham, it was taking place right before him and Catwoman did their Fast and Furious until we see each other again moment. You know, I was like, man, but yeah, it just like, dude, I don't know, man. Like I saw Nope. I thought Nope was a perfect length too.
So, all right, guys, gotta go. Take care.
All right, later, Chris.
Later.
We got about another 5 minutes, and then we're gonna wrap it up over here, and then I got to jump over to the other stream. But
where did it go so fast?
Hey, the hour does go fast, man.
Chris had to go so fast. He's like, "Whoa, gotta go." Oh,
his girl probably got up and like, man, he's like, Chris, what are you doing? I gotta go, guys. Peace, peace. Fucking Adam's probably with his girl, and he's like, I'm shutting my phone off, man. I'll reply to Rob when I know Storm's live is over. I guarantee you, I'll be doing Storm Nation. He's gonna reply like, oh man, I'm sorry, man, I overslept, or man, my phone was off or something. And I'm like, motherfucker, it's funny you messaged me after Storm Live is over. But you know you can't come on now.
Brittany said she went to sleep in what movie? What movie went to sleep in?
Yeah, what movie? I think she means the Batman.
What? You went to sleep on that, you're not allowed back on the show again.
I like the Batman. I can see where some people might not like it, but I liked it.
It is not for children. I can tell you that.
It's definitely not for children.
And usually Batman is that has that kind of thing that gets kids' attention. I took my grandson, big mistake. That sucker was like ready to go in the first 30 minutes. So
he was like, no, he's out for the count, man.
Like, Grampy, is it time to go yet? I said, no. I told you.
Well, guys, with that said, that's another week down. We're going to go ahead and end the show. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. We had over 111 people watching at one point, so I appreciate that. Be sure to follow my co-host, Mr. Danny, at Comic Chat on YouTube. That's Comic Chat. He does his own videos and live streams and everything over there. So I want to appreciate Danny for coming in tonight and being my co-host like always. And hopefully we'll see some more DC news. We'll have something else to talk about next week. Everybody else, be prepared. We're getting ready to start the next stream. So just stay focused on the channel. We will be back in like 5 minutes. Until next time, guys. Peace out.
Peace.